The roles that each of you will be required to play in the days of planetary transformation are multiple and varied. In these times of preparation, you can help each other learn to play them without judgment or attachment. This will be a large part of your training in these centers. You will learn to take responsibility for your particular function without ego identification, to share individual resources with others as parts of a greater whole, and to surrender whatever behavioral patterns are no longer conducive to a harmonious flow of spirit. There will be a place for leadership within these centers, but primarily in the context of practical management. Such leadership will not constitute a spiritual hierarchy. Within the atmosphere provided by these centers, one must take complete responsibility for one's own awakening. Though living and working together will accelerate the process for each individual, no individual will rightly be in a position to arbitrarily dictate the way for another. True spiritual leaders will not try to hold you in subordinate patterns, but will pull you as quickly as they can to their own level and push you if you are capable of going beyond. On the other side of the psychological process, the greatest among you will, as Jesus taught, be the servants of all. It is these servants who will rightly occupy the necessary positions of practical leadership. Those who do not have the humility to accept this necessary authority in matters of day-to-day living will not be among the meek who inherit the earth. One of the first orders of business in the process of planetary awakening is the distribution of information. Those involved in New Age centers today are already engaged in this work. Their function is to receive the breath of life, translate it into the information that is required to transform existing social structures, distribute it accordingly. This will involve them with all facets of communication, not as observers, but as programmers and directors. Your communication systems have been waiting for this day. They were created for this moment. Do not shun the technology that is available, though it has been abused in the past. In loving hands, it is capable of transforming the consciousness of your planet more quickly and efficiently than would otherwise be possible. These are tools for the hand of the Lord. Do not fear them, but love them, and use them to spread the message of love to all who have not learned to tune to other, more direct channels within themselves. In the age to come, your technological methods of communication will be rendered obsolete by a system of informational exchange far superior. In that day, none will need the systems now in use, and only a few will find them entertaining. But for a short time now, they are to be the vehicles of much change. Use them wisely and with discretion. In this literate culture, you will be working with words, but realize that it will not be the words so much that spread the message as the spirit that you yourself are able to put behind the words. Choose your words carefully and wisely, or better yet, let the Spirit choose them for you. But realize that they are but the representatives of a greater truth. Be clear about this truth yourself, and your words will reflect that clarity. Many will not even remember that they heard what they heard, just that they felt somehow lighter and more alive after your presentation. This is the way it should be. Do not sell yourself or your organization. Those who are meant to find and work with you will. As the work of your center begins to flourish in the early light of dawn, do not conceive of yourself as being specially selected or somehow superior to others who are working elsewhere. Your center is the one appropriate for you perhaps, but the same truth can be experienced through different forms, and strict identification with any one form, however conducive to the spirit, is merely an extension of ego. All awakening beings are equal in the sight of the Lord. All awakening organs of the body of Christ are equally essential to the work that is to be done. The more you are able to use form without emphasizing it, the more powerful will be the impact of spirit. Understand that though you are the instruments of change, it is not you, in the individual sense, who are bringing change about. It is the Creator moving into your history that brings change. As His being envelops your vibrational atmosphere, change will come, with or without the participation of any one group or any one individual. This is not to make light of the roles that groups and individuals will play, but do not fall under the spell of ego. Be simple in motivation, and your actions will have far more significance. If some small piece of the truth should come from your way, acknowledge and respect it, but do not give it more importance than the pieces of truth that others around you are finding within themselves. In these years of transition, the concepts that prove beneficial to you may not necessarily be concepts that others would find as helpful. All spokes converge at the hub. Be patient. The Lord's hand is on all things. Let each gravitate to his or her own comfortable level of understanding, and be impeccable in your own. With stillness in your mind and silence in your heart, enter into the presence of true identity, where there is neither guilt nor shame, fear nor blame, but only the loving expression of truth. Breathe deeply and identify with the breath of life that animates your body and gazes out of your eyes. Then extend to others what you experience. Through you and your center, let the Spirit create an island of love and harmony that can be felt throughout all the countryside around you. Then let these islands arise. Let them arise in the Americas. Let them arise in Asia. Let them cover Europe with their peace. Let them spring forth in the Indian subcontinent and dance across the face of Africa. Let them breed across Australia, New Zealand, and all the isles of the mighty ocean. Let them cover the globe in a living network of love and truth. Let all men and all women of all races and nations arise together and dance to the joyous music of life. For there is but one Father Spirit and one Mother Earth. All have a common root and destiny. All are children of clay and sun.